Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Canon.
And you're on the air with Power Squared. This week is our September 2022 team meeting. We just sat down. So I guess the big news is that Rachel has announced that she's going to be leaving us. Right?
It's true. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Excuse me. And I've decided it's time to move on. I've been wanting to move on from doing comics like as a full-time thing for a while. I don't want to necessarily abandon comics altogether because I do love them. It's just that right now it takes a lot of time. It saps a lot of my energy, and I'm just looking for something more. How do you say it? I want to get more into children's illustration. It's just so much fun. I've been like working on my portfolio, and it's just I feel like that's where I can shine the brightest instead of being burnt out by comics. Nothing against Power Squared, of course.
Always burnt out is always a compliment. Yeah.
Oh no.
Of course. Power Squared was my first job out of art school, like my first official art job, and that's always super special, you know. So it's always going to have a special place in my heart, but I think after 5 or so years it's time to move on.
It'll be 5 years this month. October 26th is when we hired you.
That's a long time to be with anyone, really.
Well, I've been with these guys for 30 years now, so 5 years is nothing.
That's practically ancient.
Well, we wish you good luck.
Yeah.
So you're doing one more issue, and then you're gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up this arc that we're in, issue 23.
Hey.
And then we still are gonna want you to come back on the show to talk about issues as they get released.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gotta do that promotion.
Yeah. We want you to, and you can talk about whatever it is you're doing at that moment. But we do want to have you come back to help promote stuff because we are trying to put stuff out this year. And so you finished 22, and you're gonna start 23, I guess.
Yeah, just finished 22 this past week, I want to say, or maybe it was last week. It's hard, all these weeks are blurring together for me. And I have made issue 23 thumbnails. They'll be sent. I'll see if I can send them tomorrow. Everything's a mess right now, so I'm hoping for the best.
Okay. Well, again, we wish you the best of luck, and
thank you.
We're gonna be seeing if Julia can replace you, or is that the idea?
That's exciting.
Well, hopefully I'll do well on the test you guys give me.
Yeah.
It's a total geography test, so we hope you know.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica. I'm sorry, like real talk. That song's just like stuck in my head for the past hour.
Where did that come from?
Yakko Warder.
Animaniac.
Animaniac.
Yeah.
Yeah, for United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. Okay, I'm not gonna.
It's probably a good song to have stuck in your head because then you the countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a certain part of the song, but yeah.
So we were talking amongst the three of us about, I guess the next two issues are going to be sort of have manga influences.
Yeah.
So, what a fun way to start, huh? But yeah, we'll give you a sort of a test, and we hope that you do well.
Yeah.
Because we would like to continue, in the tree, part of the tree, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The one thing I hope for is I just hope I do Power Squared justice.
Well, we'll let you know if you don't. But we sure you will. And so where are you in the great scheme of things?
I just started issue 22 with pages 1 to 8. So I've just finished up putting the flats for everything. So I'm gonna start putting in the details like shadowing and lighting and all that stuff.
Okay.
So I should have it to you guys by next Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Mhm.
And Trevor, you finished up.
I finished lettering issue 20.
Okay.
I haven't started on 21 yet, aside from maybe the cover,
Uh-huh.
because I was sidetracked by something else.
All right, that's fine. Because it's not like we're going to need it right away. Because we're.
I still want to get it done.
Right. We're going to put out 14. I guess I don't think anybody actually watched it, but we're going to put out 14 on the 19th
Yeah.
of October.
Hey!
That's my birthday.
Hey!
Oh, what a nice birthday present.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phew, surprise.
Let's go!
Yeah.
So anyone wants to get me a birthday present.
Well, that will be your birthday present.
Do you take
I'm
the
telling the
buff?
audience to buy the comic.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give it to me. You can just have it.
Right.
You can have it for yourself to enjoy. You're welcome.
We could have special editions that cost more.
Oh.
Special birthday edition.
Hey!
And then we're gonna put out the 15th in December.
Yeah.
The 7th, which is
Nice.
yes. So
That's a Christmas present.
yes, there you go. Yeah. Well, I have the downside though is I wonder if you could actually get it by Christmas if you ordered it on the 7th. The way with paper and shipping and all that's going these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Ugh.
But we want to
Fingers
get
crossed.
we want to get them out the door, and we can buy it digitally. I don't really care. But yeah, so
It's
we
true.
get them out the door, and then I guess we need to sort of be a little more like map out 2023 a little better than we have.
Yeah. So by the end of the year, we should have solid dates for 2023 issues. So then we're not.
Scram.
Yeah, or lagging behind.
Yeah, part of this we got a sort of a slow start because of the Kickstarter. We want to put out 14 and have it, or 13, 14, 13, and have it be
Yes.
in conflict with the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And then and that kind of got delayed, and so
Yeah. So we're just gonna be like, okay, these are the dates, and we're just gonna do it no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's right. So that's coming
Yeah.
later, and then I guess we're also going to see if we can do some conventions.
Yeah.
So, and if we do them and you're available, Julia, come along.
I should have PTO accumulated at that point. Either that or to say, fuck you guys, I'm out here. No, I'm kidding. Hey, they can't do anything. No, I'm kidding.
What's stopping you, man?
Paycheck. No, I'm kidding.
Like, what are you gonna do? Call the police?
What are you gonna do? Fire? No.
I don't really want to dare that, but and then Rachel, are you going to be doing conventions as an illustrator, or how are you going to try to break in?
I've thought about it. I've definitely, because now for the audience, I've just moved. I've moved into Philadelphia. I'm actually in the city. I say I'm in the Philadelphia area, but now I'm actually in Philadelphia.
Hey.
But I've definitely been considering doing the convention circuit because there's one or two good ones around here. It's something for the future, though. In terms of breaking into illustration, I want to try my best to get an agent. Maybe start a store or something, because a lot of illustrators seem to do that when they're not working on actual illustration.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit. I'm working slowly towards some goals. I know it'll happen eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you ever do any conventions and you want to take along some Power Square stuff, we can send it to you.
Ooh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I would love to come out to Los Angeles someday, or just somewhere in California and do the convention there. That seems to be where all the cool kids go,
Well, or the cool kids already there. Yeah. The problem is I guess there's a lot. I really don't know what the convention is really like. The circuit is in California, because we've been kind of shy about doing it, and we didn't do anything during COVID.
Right, but as far as art-centric conventions, we got Decon and Lightbox.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lightbox. I believe is this weekend. I think, or was it last weekend?
No, I think
Light boxes in October.
Oh, is it? Frick. Well, actually, you know what? October's tomorrow, so I'm not that far
It's
off.
on October
So-
14th to 16th, I believe.
I see. My animation and video game friends have been talking about it, so.
so much that it seems like it already happened.
Yeah, it's true.
Something I wanted to ask the two of you if you'd be interested in doing. The 14th is my wife's birthday.
Aww.
Yeah,
Aw.
and I don't think she's gonna be really keen on us doing the show and then we'll get to dinner later. So I was wondering.
Oh no.
I'm just not. She hasn't said anything, but I was thinking, could you two maybe do your little show together on the 14th?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Be
then-
really fun.
And then theme it to the issue that's coming out.
That would be a good idea.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking also Halloween. Maybe a mix.
That would work.
Okay.
Issue
But
14, Halloween edition.
Okay. But I'd like, because the video would go up on the 14th. Which would be the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the
19th
video would
day.
come out on the Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're right.
so the last thing you did was really a lot of fun. So if you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
could, okay, that would free me
Yeah,
up.
be down.
So that would be nice if you could do that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Happy early birthday to your wife. Are you telling me like when's your birthday, David?
Mine was the 25th
Of September?
of
I
September.
wished you a late happy birthday.
Yes,
All
you
of
did.
you are
house, right?
Yeah.
all of your birthdays like same like 3 weeks.
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's the cake season here.
That's honestly
We're
amazing.
gonna have withdrawals because we're not gonna have cake for a couple of weeks.
Just gained like 10 pounds in the matter of
Yeah.
3
Yeah. Yeah. They were. I'm not gonna tell a school. They could have had my birthday,
Oh.
and I said, if we all three of us share it, I stopped having a birthday, so we delayed it till. It was a C-section. We delayed it till Monday, and so there's 3 days difference. So. But they could have.
That's really fun.
It could have been all the same,
Right.
and then it would have been the boys, which would have been fine. But yeah.
So since we're still on stream,
Yeah.
I mentioned in October I want to do a podcast about my experience at the Silent Hill series.
Ooh.
Since on Trophy Unlocked, throughout all of October, I'm going to be putting up a review for all of the mainline games and both of the movies, plus a tie-in comic and a second review of PT.
Ooh.
So October is going to be
E.
pretty much that.
Silent Hill month on Trophy Unlocked.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, what else is going on?
And also at the moment I'm playing through the Resident Evil series for next year.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
Has anybody read the book that we're going to still do the book club for?
Yeah.
Haven't even started.
Right.
I read the first couple chapters.
Okay.
I haven't.
But I feel like it's gonna be a pretty easy read.
Yeah.
I told Dom, my husband, who loves Lore Olympus, I told him we're reading chapters 1 through 10, and he's like, "That's it."
I mean, in hindsight, we agreed we're gonna read like half of Black
Yeah.
Sad. We ended up just reading the entire thing anyway.
Yeah.
So
True.
Yes,
That's
we,
true.
we have our copy. We just haven't started
Mm-hmm.
reading it.
oh, you bought? I could have lent it to you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, it's a fine piece.
But if
Scripture.
we get it one copy, 3 people, it's not that bad. It's not like we have
That's
to write 3 times.
2 copies, 3 people.
That's okay.
You're supporting comics.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing that I don't think people understand sometimes is you put out a comic book so people will read it. not just buy it and put it on the shelf or say, yeah, I supported you. I really want people to read it and have comments and ask questions and stuff.
Yeah.
That seems to be the hardest thing. Or I guess getting them to buy it is the hardest thing. So we're gonna. Do you want to continue with the book club with us after you leave, or are you just gonna sever that tie?
Continue book club, yeah, because in my old neighborhood, my parents' neighborhood, there was a book club, and I was a part of that. But now I'm not a part of that because I moved. So like I lost one book club. I need at least one more for my sanity, right?
Okay. So you'll
mental health's important, kids.
So you'll still be a part of the Power Squared family, just
yeah.
off to the side. Okay. All right, that's good. We don't lose touch or whatever. Say nasty things about you behind your back, that kind of stuff.
I mean, we talk on Discord, so I could just bother you every other week.
I wouldn't mind that.
So should we go? Why am I still?
It's like it's a combination of either I send her memes or helpful art tips. There's never an in between.
Okay.
Artists don't need anything else on Discord. I mean, that's what I'm part of. Art Discords. It's all art tips and memes. That's it.
Well, I'm glad you guys are communicating. But it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know when you want to do your test.
Well, classroom at 9 a.m. You'll get a break at 1 p.m. for lunch.
I was thinking 8 a.m. is a start time.
Ooh.
8 a.m. to 1 p.m. break, 1:05 starts second session.
No, I'm kidding. So I guess we have to kind of finalize what it would be. We kind of talked a little bit about it.
Yeah. I feel like it would be better to take the test after completing issue 22.
The test.
And then, yeah.
The test.
Hey, listen, that's what you called it the first time when you gave me this job offer, so that's the best thing I can say.
Did we call it a test when we hired you?
Yeah, it was like a test or like something. It was along that lines of like, well, fair enough, because you need to know if I could do the thing. So. Right,
yes. We have a lot of confidence in you, though. So.
It's not like, hey, we need someone. You'll say, yes, cool, here's the stuff. And I'm like, what? Okay, nanda?
I mean, I remember well when we were doing those, artist, writer things at Comic-Con
Comic-Con Creator Connection.
There you go. There were people that you had no idea if they could actually draw or not because they didn't bring samples or anything. They were just like kind of like, trust me,
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Like you hear as an artist, you hear tips about your portfolio, and it's like a lot of the tips I hear are like, make sure you have sequential examples if you're looking for a comic job. And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Like if you want to get a comic job, you need comics. Like who doesn't know that? But apparently, it's very common. For people to look for comics job, but they don't have any kind of examples of their comics.
Yeah.
It's just like
yeah.
It's been so long since we hired you. Did we have you do a test?
I remember, yeah. Well, was it? I'm not sure if it was a specific page or I might have just done like I did covers. Those covers for issue 3 and issue 5.
But we liked you, so we must have liked you before we actually hired you full time. Because we were already. I mean, I know that we were leaning. Paige Redbird was saying we needed to get a new artist when we were doing 1 through 5.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to the end of 5, she's like, you need to get a new artist. That was her recommendation, and so she helped us, I believe, connect with you.
Yeah, I remember Paige. I remember doing like a style test. I can't remember if I gave it to you or if I just did it for myself, where like I was testing how to draw Marty and Eli or like specific shots on a certain page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think somewhere we have that. We should bring that out.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Like it looks so different from how I draw Power Squared now. Like I feel like the way the style is settled into, it's like it feels very natural for the story.
Yeah. When I was reading like the issues prior, it looked like you were trying to like imitate the artists prior, but then obviously the more you drew them, you ended up just figuring out your own style, and now we have the current Marty and Eli.
Right.
Yeah, I remember I tried really hard to imitate the previous style while also making sure it looked like artistically competent, you know, like anatomy wasn't too wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I sent her a page or something, and then David was like, we want her decision to be a little smoother, but that's neither here nor there. And I was like, fuck, it fucked up. But it worked out. It worked out in the end, you know?
You pulled the SpongeBob going like, soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it!
It's true.
Oh no!
But you know, like I was trying to balance keeping with the style of the comic that had been established, but also doing the best work that I can, making it look like a comic people would want to read.
I feel like that's an issue in general, especially like since it's not like your baby per se, because it's like technically theirs. So it's one of those things where it's that fear of like I'm a fuck up. So it's like one of those things where you want it to be good, but then it's something I deal with too whenever someone commissions me. It's like, ayo, they hired you for a reason, so like just follow your gut kind of thing. So I think like no matter how long, because like obviously I'm newer to this than you, so it's one of those things like I guess no matter how far you're in the industry, it's like it's something that's gonna be there no matter how much accomplishments you've done.
That's true.
So, like, things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think Julia, you're gonna do really well. Like whether or not you actually become the full artist, you've done such good work, like colorist. So I have a lot of faith in you.
Stop lying to me.
No, but I felt it would be insulting not to say, "Hey, would you like to do it?" You know? Do you know somebody good we could use? You know, that would have been really jerky.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so that time you drew Mocha at that signing was really I was blown away by that.
Also, like when you messaged me about it, it was one of those things where it's like, well, I've been with you guys for a good couple of years now, so it's like I've gotten the gist of like how they look, obviously, and all of that, and it's one of those things where it doesn't hurt to try. So like whether it meets the aesthetic or say if you find someone else, it's like no harm, no foul. I tried.
Yeah, but we do want you to.
And obviously,
we'd like it if you could do it. So.
Yeah, of course.
Promotion.
So don't let us down. That's what we're trying to do. No, I'm kidding. You'll do your best. And so I think it's going to be something from. The idea was issue 21.
Oh, have something like having a draw page from issue 21.
I think so. Yeah, wasn't that the idea? Because there's action, so we'll probably have to pick a page, and I don't know if we should give you the script and have you draw it from scratch or what.
I think it would be better to have it drawn from scratch because you can give the same artist, you can give two artists the same script, and they might come back with different things. I know that's so in a storyboard, I'm aware that in a storyboarding class you could give two different you give two storyboard artists the same part of a script, let's say part of a Batman episode, and then they will come up with two different boards based on how they interpret it.
So does that sound like a plan to you?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's a better way, considering if I'm going to be taking Rachel's place, I should jump in the way you would give her a script.
Yeah.
So I think that's a better way to do it.
Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So we'll pick a page out of 21 and have you draw it.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And I guess we'd like to sort of make our decision before Rachel leaves. So, if we can. So.
We have plenty of time to figure it out. So.
Right. We figure around probably to the end, at least through the end of the year, right?
Yeah, I feel like December is when I'll be able to finish issue 23, if all goes well.
Okay. So, anyway. I guess that'll be the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
So does that about cover it?
Just want to mention that next week we have a guest, John Dexter, who's putting out Alpha Dogs 3 on Kickstarter. So we actually pre-recorded that, but it'll be coming out next Friday.
Yeah.
And then the following Friday, you guys are going to do a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawing live part 2.
Right.
Heck yeah. I'll message you about it later, but remember when I told you about that drawing program? Would you be down to try something like that where we're drawing on the same canvas, or should we try do you want to do the same thing?
We can totally try that.
Okay. So
yeah. Maybe test it out before we do the show.
Yeah, I think we should do it like maybe the night, like the day before, like a couple of days before, and then we can figure it out from there. I'll send you everything.
Just hit me up, dude.
But I still think that's one of my favorite shows, even though we've done it.
It was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I guess now we're done.
All right. So, if you're watching this on YouTube later and you you like this, leave a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe and ring that bell.
So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Canon.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.
Bye.